Welcome to the Committed Lifestyle Podcast, a place created for you, the woman who is ready to step up her game, up-level her mindset, and commit to taking action towards the life, relationships, and financial abundance she desires. My name is Jody.
And I am your co-host, Aspen, and we're serial entrepreneurs passionate about showing women the juicy tips, tricks, and tools to creating a life they love and loving the life they live.
So if you're ready for that, let's dive in. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode here on the Committed Lifestyle Podcast. All right, me and Aspen over here, you guys can't see her, but I'm looking right at her.
Hello. What's up,
Oh, hey.
Hey.
You want to know what's cool? We're officially not. Even though I kind of miss that. Sound quality's better, but we're not 3 inches apart smelling each other's breath.
Yeah, we're not. I mean, I miss being near you. Yeah. It's, I love you, but this sounds a lot better. I know the sound quality is way better this way, so I think this is just how
we're doing this for you guys.
We really are.
Yeah.
It's a special place in our heart.
I know. Yeah, I just want you on the Swiss ball sitting next to me.
Oh, that Swiss ball. I mean, I do love this chair, though. We got these new dining chairs recently, and yes, I brought the dining chair into my bedroom, but it's so comfortable. Totally worth it.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Sit cross-legged, that's what I usually do.
Yes, I do that as well. Then my hips start to hurt a little bit. I need to work on my hip flexibility a little bit.
I got some really good exercises for you.
Okay, good. No, I definitely need those.
And you need a weighted hula hoop. Hip gyrations.
Yes. I had one of those. I used to have one. It's no longer in my life, so I need a new one in my life.
Okay. Well, now that we are officially off topic.
Oh, man. Yes. This is what I love, though.
I know.
It's real.
I love
this is real, guys.
All right, you guys. This is real talk. If you want to get your hips flexible, one of the things you need is a hula hoop. And you got to get some real good hip flexibility in there because ain't nobody wants stiff hips. We know he don't want stiff hips.
He definitely does not. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh dear.
What are we really talking about today?
Okay.
What is the topic?
Let's reel it in here. Okay. So you guys, Aspen and I, and a couple other women that are really close in our life, we all went through this same thing in like very similar timing. And it was all around having this identity crisis.
Totally. Oh my gosh.
And it's like,
it's kind of amazing how many of us were actually going through these feelings.
Yeah.
And, I'm grateful for our circle to be able to lean on each other during that. But man, it happens, and it's not the best thing. It's not fun.
While being in the muck of it, it's so not fun.
No, it's not. Being on the other side of it, worth it.
Glorious.
Worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you just gotta go through it sometimes to feel that juicy goodness around it, right?
Holy moly. Yeah, seriously, when you break through the clarity, you're like, okay, you guys, I can see the light. Hallelujah. All right. Yes. So let's kind of talk about this because I think that especially right now in everything that's going on in the world, I'm sure a lot of people are finding more clarity now, but through all of this whole, COVID mess and whatnot. And I think people probably now more than ever, since they're pivoting and having to, change their quote unquote identity and find something new way to create money, or what they were used to isn't a thing anymore, that a lot of people are probably experiencing identity crisis. And, a lot of entrepreneurs experience this. And so, if you're an entrepreneur, you can already relate to this, but if you have had this issue of going through an identity crisis during this last however many months,
I don't even know how long it's been now.
Yeah, we got you. We got you on this. We're going to let's talk it out. Let's work through it. Let's talk it out.
Let's get into this. Okay. I think, is identity crisis holding you back? I feel it was, for me, it totally was holding me back from really taking action. When you're not confident in who you are and how you want to show up to the world, it's hard to just be. It's hard to give and serve when you're so confused on what's going on in your head and in your heart a little bit sometimes. These past few months, it's everyone's really been able to take a step back and be like, whoa, okay, like who do I, not who am I, but who do I want to be? I think is really the question that I've been asking myself is who do I want to be? Who I am now? Okay, great. But who do I want to be, and how am I supposed to become that version of myself? You get in this kind of, sometimes, I don't know, analysis paralysis is what I like to call it.
That's exactly it. And I know that analysis paralysis, and I think this, you and I can both relate and agree on this one, that we literally feel like we can't do anything because, you know, we have to have it all figured out to a T. And that right there, having to have it figured out to a T, you know, can hold people back. I know it was holding me back, where I was like, shit, I don't know which direction to go in. So I just can't move. Yeah. And I'm like, my feet felt like they were in concrete.
Yeah, for sure. Your brain is constantly running and running and running, yet nothing's moving. It's kind of draining. It is.
It's very draining. And it's, but it's necessary though. So you know what I really take notice of, and where this happens a lot, is in network marketing. Yes. We see this a lot in network marketing because it's a broad field, right? Like, one, you're going to have a product or service. And then two, there's a business aspect to it as well. So you're really trying to cater to two different tiers of individuals. Yeah. Your customers, and then two, your business partners.
Right.
And so it can just be really, you know, kind of hard to like identify yourself when you explain it to someone else or show up on social media, or you might feel like you're that person some days and some days you're not. I mean, I know for me, that's where my identity crisis was. I was like, all right, well, who do I want to be? Who am I known for? What do people come to me for?
What do they pay you for? What would they pay you for?
Yeah.
It's definitely one of those questions of you just have to ask yourself all of those questions. But I feel like I was getting to the point where I was asking myself too many questions and making it more complicated than it really needed to be. And when it came down to it, we want to serve. And we want to serve. Like, that is the whole nutshell of all of it put together, and why most people get into network marketing, you know, to begin with. They want to serve in some kind of way, whether it's through the products or through the business opportunity, whatever that is. And remember, like, I had to like really dial it back into wanting to serve and not make it so much more about me. And okay, but I want to do this, but I resonate with that, but then that makes sense, and I love this too, and I love that, and this and that, and I was just kind of bouncing back between all the parts of who you are, which there's so many different parts of us, but really going back and say, how can I bring value and serve the world? What part of me can actually make a difference and make the biggest impact, I guess, really. And when I was able to kind of tune back into that, it definitely made it a lot less stressful. And also being able to lean on your people, that was huge. I mean, one of my people, I love you. You know, being able to like lean on you and kind of bounce things off of each other and ask, like, what are my strengths, you know? And what, I don't know. I think that's the question is like, what are my strengths, and how can I use that in this form of showing up on social media or network marketing, whatever it may be.
You know, and just to touch on that is that, look, if you're not network marketing, this absolutely still relates to you, because a lot of people, they have strengths, right? And they can decide to use or not use those strengths in whatever career that they're in. And it's really them having to decide, like, okay, well, what's in integrity with myself? So strengths and characteristics and qualities can be used and utilized in every single industry. And it's really knowing that you don't need to wear every single hat. You just wear the hats that you're really good at, and you utilize the people that have those other strengths that, you know, you don't need to have the best strengths in. So it's just basically being being the best in your industry, but being the best of your best versions of you, of your best qualities of you, and utilizing that in a space. And I think when people realize that it's not necessarily about this identity of what you were saying of who I want, what I want to be known for, who I want to be, this and that. It's like, it's that identity of knowing like what you're really good at and harboring in on that and then placing it in that industry.
I agree. Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I think, I know that like you said, not everyone here is a network marketer, but we have some corporate people on here too. Mm-hmm. And I know the corporate industry, people that have been in the corporate industry, a lot of them have been furloughed, lost their jobs, let go, so many different things. And there's that whole identity of, okay, well, who am I outside of this role? And it goes back to asking those same questions. What are my strengths? How can I use those now? And how can I band together with other people that have other strengths and still, give something to the world, show up.
Make an income.
Exactly. Oh, yes, make an income. That's been huge right now. So many people have had to switch to some form of online sources of income. There's a million different things that you could do. And online, it's doing things online, especially in our day and age. I know we talk about this a lot, but that like comparison thing too, it's, oh, someone's doing it this way. Is that how I should be doing it as well? Like they're doing it that way and they're seeing success. Okay, maybe that's the way that I have to do it too if I want to see success. And then we fall out of integrity of who we really are, what comes naturally to us. It's, you got to take that step back and really look at it too and be like, okay, hold up. Am I comparing again? Am I trying to be something I'm not? And if I am, let's slow down, to speed up. Let's slow down and take that and be like, okay, me, who is Aspen? Who is Jody? And what can we give to this world in the way that we are meant to, not in the way that other people are meant to, because that's their job. That's their duty. We have our own. We got to dial into that and just, remember it's not about doing things a certain way. It's about doing things your way. What feels good to you.
Does that feel good?
Does that feel good?
So, you're gonna, like, we're all gonna go through challenges, and this identity crisis is not gonna happen just one time in your life. It's gonna happen multiple times. Yes. But from that, you're gonna come and find your breakthrough. You're gonna figure out who you're gonna be in this next season. And that season, it's probably not going to be forever, because you're going to, just like seasons change, so are you. You're going to change, and you just have to be okay with that. And just knowing that you're a multifaceted human being, which means you get to be a multifaceted whatever you want, but just staying in integrity with yourself and being, when you're focused on that one thing that you're clear. Well, I'll tell you this right now. The more you get clear on what it is you want to do and what your strengths are and where you see the most opportunity for yourself, put your damn blinders up and stay laser focused. Don't do what Aspen said by comparing yourself from what someone else is doing, their tactic, their tool, their industry, their whatever it is. Like, use some of that for inspiration, and maybe that feels good to you. Maybe test it out a little bit, but test it against your audience. Don't test it because you think it's good. You test it because you have asked your audience. And which leads me to my next point that you talked about a little bit ago briefly. There is asking people, what you're good at. It's really, 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 you could ask your audience. You could do a poll on social media. Hey, you guys, what do you get the most value from me about? If you were to come to me for advice, what would you ask me about? And then it's asking, the people, your mom's going to tell you you're amazing at everything. But, your close people in your life, asking them what they see you as best as. And, we did this the other morning. We have our daily mastermind with a core group of us girls, part of our project, She Thrives. And we asked each other, hey, what are you good at? And we just went around in a little
I don't know. Quad circle?
Oh, quad circle? Sure.
Quad circle.
Quad circle.
I don't think that's a thing, but it is now.
Just made it a thing. And we told each other, what we thought we were really good at. And it just kept kind of sparking more things like, oh shit, yeah, I am good at that. I guess I don't give myself enough credit, or taking what we are good at and like really trying to like hone in on that, knowing that people love you for that. They want to know more about that. So, really doing that work and being okay with the challenges. And then the other thing that I think works for me, regardless of your faith or spirituality, is ask for guidance.
Yes, absolutely. Lean into that. You need it. I need it on a daily basis. It's the thing that keeps me going, leaning into and asking for guidance of something that already knows my plan before I do. Like, that's so powerful. Just having that faith and that trust and being like, okay, I don't know how to figure this out today, but I know it's going to happen. I trust it's going to happen. Honestly, it makes the hard times a lot less hard. It brings, they're still hard, but there's peace around the struggle. Trusting this is happening for my highest good. This is happening for the good of everybody else. I need to experience this and go through this shift and these feelings and emotions and whatever it may be to grow, to be better, to overcome, and to be able to share that with other people as well. We go through things so we can share things to help other people. I do believe that.
I agree. And when you do ask for guidance, what you're going to notice is that the universe will send you signs. So it's being, when it comes to this ask for guidance and seeing signs, also means you have to be able to be present and seeing what's going on around you. Because if you're so stuck in your head about trying to figure it out or trying to do too much and you've got too much on your plate, you're not going to see the signs. You're going to completely miss them, and which means you'll stay stuck in your identity crisis, in your analysis paralysis for that much longer, which makes it that much more difficult, which keeps you in this endless cycle until you think you got it figured out, and then you're right back at square one.
Yeah. Not fun.
No,
it's when you start to get out of your head and just start putting that faith out and just taking the action anyway and trusting it's going to sort the pieces out, you actually things start to move faster than you even expect, honestly. Like, I know that happened with me. You saw that happen with me. I'm like, I'm out of my head and I'm in it. I'm present and I'm embracing this moment, and I'm doing what needs to be done in this moment and loving this moment for exactly what it is. And it was just such a powerful week, honestly.
Such a powerful week. Girl, you've been on fire this week. It's amazing.
And it feels good. It feels good to get out of your head. It's not, we need to be in our head sometimes. That's where logic happens. That's where, very important things happen. But the magic really happens when you start just taking the action anyway.
And realizing that you're already enough. Like, look, no, we're never going to have it all figured out. We're never going to have it all done. It's never going to be perfected. Like, realizing that, being okay with that, and knowing that nothing will ever be perfectly in place. You will never be to where you see yourself being when life is like perfect. Okay, now I can sit back and kick my legs up and relax. You're always going to be evolving. You're always going to be going through something that's going to be, challenging your identity. But what it really comes down to is, girl, you're already enough. You just got to show up as you. You show up in integrity. You show up with your heart. You inspire people. And if you're just one step ahead of someone else, all you got to do is reach back and just grab a new hand and inspire someone else.
That's all it takes. It's just that to inspire someone is just to show up.
Yeah.
Because there are people that aren't doing that, and they need to see you're showing up. It gives them permission to do the same. Yeah. And honestly, like, when you keep showing up, the universe, God, it will naturally align you. It will.
Amen, sister.
It will.
More like, oh, actually, yeah, sister. I kind of like that for you. You're like best friend, sister.
It's a good blend of the two, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love that. All right. Well, I mean, that's what I got. I know that, us me, you, and then the other ladies that we all found our breakthrough literally in like the same week. It's crazy.
I know. No such thing as random.
That is not random. What I'll tell you is you guys, look, you can get through it. If you've ever had this challenge, if you've had to pivot, if you're just not sure who you are, I promise you your breakthrough is going to come if you do some of those steps that we're talking about and really ask for guidance and ask for that help from those people around you and just trust that you're going to find the signs, but you have to be hyper aware of looking for the signs.
Absolutely. It's there. It's all in front of you. Yeah. And if you feel like an inkling of a feeling of, oh, maybe this is it, don't doubt it too much. Don't overthink it. Try it for size. See if it feels good. And if it does, awesome. Run with it. If it doesn't, guess what? There's a whole closet full of clothes that you can try on.
Amen, sister. That's what people were asking me earlier, like many times before. They're like, what are you up to? I'm like, you want to know what I'm up to? I'm throwing a bunch of shit against the wall and I'm going to see what sticks.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. We can plan and try to figure it out to a T, but God always has a different plan.
He sure does.
You just gotta roll with it.
Roll with it, baby. Yes. All right. I love our episodes so much.
Me too.
I don't know if I got anything else to, give back on that. But you guys, if there's something that's worked for you, for your, any identity crisis that you've gone through, or maybe you're going through one, reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to hear your tips, or we'd love to hear your struggles. Either way, we want to hear from you guys, and we'd love to know more about you.
Yeah, I want to connect with you. Find us on our socials. That's the best way to get me. Socials.
Come talk to us.
Yeah.
All right. I love it.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you loved today's episode. If you did, please, leave a 5-star review below. It means so much to us. If there's anyone in your life that you think would really get value out of this, please share it with her. Send it their way. This is how we get our message out there. It's super important to us. But yeah, I love you guys.
I love you guys
so much.
And just remember, you only have one life to live. You have to make it absolutely amazing, which means don't get stuck in the muck. Just get out.
Just keep going.
Get out and just go live inspired, because it's so much juicier.
It is. We always figure it out along the way. Go
absolutely. All right, you guys, until the next episode, much love to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.